Okay, everybody, how's everyone doing today, my baby whales? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day thus far. I want you guys to know that regardless of what happens in the market, that you guys are always going to come out ahead if you've got the heart and the perseverance and the determination to work through anything that's difficult. It's kind of like a life philosophy. Trading has a huge impact on how you perceive yourself and especially how you overcome adversity. Now, I want to be very clear that I made a mistake with the Bitcoin Cash counting on Twitter, but I do firmly believe that the best traders in the world, they are the people that are willing to admit their old mistakes because they realize that every time you make a mistake, every time you lose money in the market, that is the tuition that you are ultimately paying to become a better trader, and that will contribute to your learning. Now, recently, just actually yesterday, I went through something pretty heartbreaking, you can say, okay? And a normal person would probably take it really bad, but I take everything in life very positively because I realize that there are two ways to take things. And I treat my life the exact same way where I have the same type of philosophy in trading as well. And that's always positively. Regardless of what happens in my life, I will always see the best in everything, no matter what. And once again, recently I went through something fairly heartbreaking that was very unexpected. But like anything bad that happens in life, you've got a positive way to take a look at it, or you've got a negative way to take a look at it. But yet, here I am. I'm still standing here right now and staying as positive as I possibly can be. And I will always keep my chin up, like how you should always keep your chin up as well. If you have lost money in the market, you should think to yourself, that is this something normal? And the answer is yes, it's something that's very normal because it will contribute overall to the education of your trading career, right? So let's get into this, guys. I don't want you guys to ever be discouraged in this market, okay? I started 3.5 years ago and I thought to myself, there's no way I would ever be a good trader. I would never be as good as that guy over there or that guy over there. But yet here I am in front of you guys. I only work a few hours a day at most. Every month I move to a new flat, guys. And I pay anywhere between 2,000 to 3,000 American dollars for a new flat. And you know what? It only takes me 3 or 4 days a month of work to actually pay for my new flat, and maybe another 2 or 3 days to pay for all of my expenses throughout for the entire month as well, for food, utilities, bills, etc., right? And the rest just goes into savings because we don't really need to splurge that much now, do we? So let's take a look into this and let's talk about Elliot wave structures first of all. Elliot wave defines that for every single coin, every single move in the market, it will oscillate between waves that try to move in a 5-wave impulsive structure. And in these impulsive structures that move upwards, there are many different structures along the way, such as fractals that break up within waves. With this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, for example, wave going upwards that we see in this particular wave only, we call that many different subwaves that break up a greater degree wave. And within these corrective waves as well, what we see are many different fractals as well. We might see an ABC, we might see an ABCDE. Now, the kind of trader that I am is the kind of trader that will try to identify these wave structures so I can catch a possible short or a possible long. Now, my key components of a short is a 5-wave structure with a bearishly diverging RSI on a high time frame, but with higher highs forming on price. Now, my key to long is fractals that are forming in a consolidation pattern, and it breaks above a specific resistance that is either sloped or a normal horizontal trend line. Now, let's break this down and talk about how I originally thought about this right here, okay? The original way that I thought about this Elliott wave structure was like this, okay? This was 1, okay? And I thought that this was 1, 2, 3, 4, and this was 5 coming down. So I thought that this right here was actually 3, and I thought there was a 4 coming down somewhere, and I thought there was a 5 going up to somewhere. Guys, guess what? The best traders in the world will humbly and will with 100% show humility without embarrassment, and they will say the 3 words that not many traders can say. I was wrong. Okay? The moment that you guys realize that your stubbornness to take a stop loss, your stubbornness to admit that you were wrong, your stubbornness to not change your bias because you must say to yourself, oh, it'll eventually come down. Oh, it's got to bounce sometime soon. Those three things, guys, will define you as a bad trader over time. And it is until you can accept your losses with lots of humility, without embarrassment, to say that you are wrong, to take your stop losses, to close your eyes and click that X button. That is the moment that you will become a much better trader. So I originally thought that that was the 5 waves going up. But then I realized, okay, well, something drastically happened in the market. What the heck just happened? And now I am ultimately led to believe that this right here is actually just the first wave. Second wave, this is the first subwave. Now this is the first subwave, and this is the second subwave of the third wave coming down, and this is the big third wave going upwards right there, okay? Something like that. Now let's break this down into clear terms of Elliott waves and see where we can identify this. Now this has got to be subwaves 1, that's got to be 2, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and it's got to be a 4 somewhere coming down, right? This has got to be 1, 2, and that's got to be 1, 2, and this has got to be somewhere up there, and that's got to go something like that. And we're going to break this down even more, okay? So just be extremely patient with me, and we're going to talk about all of these different fractals that are forming in here, okay? Let's get a very, very clear Elliott wave count in here. So the reason why this is the first subwave, right? The first subwave, let's change the degree as well, so we actually are all on the same page with the degrees that we are referring to. Let's change this to a minor. Not a minute, but a minor. Let's get these degrees very beautifully looking in here. Let's change this as well to perhaps a minute. Okay, so now we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 going upwards. Okay, that's the greater degree, of course. And now we're looking for a 1. That's subwaves 1, 2, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now that's making the 5 waves. So let's break this down as well to very small subwaves. Okay, 1, 2, that's 3, 4. I will put the smaller degree on the top just because it's much easier to annotate as well. So this would be a minute right here now, okay? Now we're going to go to right here, 1, 2, okay, 3, all right, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay? Makes sense? Now we're gonna go to a minute time frame as well. That's gotta be 1, that's gotta be 2, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this has gotta be 3, that's gotta be 4 somewhere where we don't know. 4, and there's got to be a 5 somewhere up there, right? That's how it would most likely be, in my personal opinion. Okay, 3, we got to have a 4 somewhere that we don't know about yet, and there's got to be a 5. Now, if I were to break this down even more, we would go like this: 1, 2, and this has got to be 3, that's got to be 4, and that's now got to be 5 up there, okay? I know it can be confusing and daunting at times to think of all of these different degrees that are here. Now let's actually try to just draw this in here as best as we possibly can. Let's actually try to even get a wave in here so we can see, okay? Are you guys following me right now? Right? Take a look at this, okay? This is subwaves 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? And that's 5 going up there. That's now 1, 2, and there's a 3. And we don't know where 4 is going to land yet at all, okay? No idea where 4 is going to land, but it will land somewhere, okay? And as soon as this 4 lands, the 5th one will end up starting up to finish the 3rd subwave of that 4th wave competing over there. Okay, let's actually take this degree out right here so we can actually move the waves around, okay? There we go. It's a little bit better now, right? This is much more beautiful. And now we're getting subwaves 1, 2, and that's got to be 3 right here. 3, and that's got to be 4 right here. And this is going to be the 5th wave going upwards, which ends up completing the very 3rd wave, okay? So once again, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So now we're going to be looking for a retracement of this specific wave right here, okay? We don't know where it's going to be, but we will assume bullishness, and I believe that we are going to come down right now, sometime very, very soon, okay? And we don't know where this wave 4 is actually going to end yet, okay? But what we do know is that it's most likely going to happen. And then there's going to be a wave 3 somewhere for sure, okay? Wave 3 somewhere for sure. And now we're going to get a wave 4 somewhere for sure that will actually end up overlooking the entire range from waves 2 all the way to 3. And we don't know where it is, so we'll just put a random number there for now, okay? That makes sense? So once again, this is of the greater degree. 1 degree, like the largest degree. Right now we've got 1, we've got 2 right there, okay? And then we're going to have a huge 3, in my personal opinion, okay? A huge 3, just like that. And we're going to have a 4 and 5 coming down. And then within this 2 to subwave 1 of the third wave, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then within this wave here, we get 2 coming down, right? Now we're looking for a 3 going upwards, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And within this third wave right there, what we're getting is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 right there going upwards, okay? So this one has got to be here somewhere like that. We're searching for a 4th wave coming down, and then now we're searching for a 5th wave going upwards. And I can't help but think to myself that this has got to be the right way to actually think about this. I cannot think of any other way. This one is going to be just of this one right here, right? Because that's 1, that's 2. Now this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which means that we're searching for a 4th wave, this one right there. Okay, somewhere, we'll say anywhere between 382 and the 0.5, and then we're going to wait for a breakout to finally finish the 3rd subwave of that, of the greater degree of the 3rd wave. Make sense so far? Okay, I really hope that that has helped thus far. Now let's do an analysis based on RSI. What we're seeing right here is that this RSI simply cannot break to a higher high than the previous ones. Right? On the 1 hour chart, we're getting a series of actually lower highs on the RSI, which means that there's a very strong and likely chance for this to actually break down. There's no other choice whatsoever, right? So the way that you guys would have played this, honestly, is like this, right? Just as the example for today's consolidation, right? Actually, even right here, you guys have to play it by breakouts at a time. The moment that you see it is trending closer to a breakout range, that's where you want to buy, right? As soon as you start to see the volume pick up, this candle right there was a huge volume picking up, and the next one was even greater volume, and the next one was even greater. And as soon as it surpasses this resistance, wherever you guys want to define it, whether it be on a bull trap region, whether it be on this wick right there, it's up to you how you choose to play it. There's never a clear-cut resistance of where you want to define it. But I am starting to see bearish signs right now. I am starting to see very high RSI. On a daily chart, we're still going really high, guys, so be extremely careful about swinging this for a longer-term short. But for a short-term short, I definitely would be considering it incredibly soon on my personal end, okay? On the 2 hour chart, we don't see anything bearishly diverging on any other time frame other than a 1 hour time frame and lower. That is it. Which means that on a 2 hour chart, we are actually still very bullish, okay? Actually, on a 90-minute chart, we're doing okay. 45-minute chart, this looks like it's the ending 5th wave diagonal within the 3rd subwave that is actually forming, right? That's exactly what it looks like in my eyes. We see the lower histogram ticks that are coming down. We see the bearishly diverging RSI right now as well. So guys, is it a good time to go long? Absolutely not. Is it a good time to consider laddering to your shorts? My face says it all, right? I'm no financial advisor, but as soon as I finish this video, I'm definitely going to be laddering my short positions, because this right here, where the histogram hovers very highly above the 0 median line right there, with a very small histogram tick up, in my personal opinion, I do not think it can get possibly higher on a short time frame for a short-term scalp. Now, once again, longer term time frame, I don't recommend shorting whatsoever, but this to me, guys, is the formula for an ending 5th wave diagonal that just looks like it's ready to be shorted right there, okay? That looks like it's absolutely ready to be shorted, in my opinion. I will start laddering my shorts all the way up to 560. I will be very clear about that with you guys as well. We're getting a series of much lower highs on the histogram as well, despite the higher high. So where do I think that this could go? Wish I could tell you guys. I've got no idea where this could possibly go, but I personally believe that the best traders are very reactive traders, okay? They're reactive traders, not just predictive traders. So I will go based on what the information tells me, simply based off of price action. I think that candlestick analysis is one of the strongest ways to do technical analysis because it gives you a real-time and instantaneous gauge of what the market is doing and their general sentiment as well. So guys, I hope that this has helped you. I did not want to make this absolutely too long. I just want to let you guys know that Bitcoin Cash has a fair ways to go, generally speaking, because the Bitcoin Cash fork is actually November the 15th. But in terms of a short-term top, I think that we are very much so near. We can expect a heavy support around the $530 region, simply because that's where the original support was over there. If we don't hold there, of course, we'll find probably support at 509. If we go much further back, let's see where we're going to find some sort of support, right? Definitely around this range, above $500. I know it's a very large range to be talking about, guys, but that right there is a huge zone right now of support because of all that activity that was there before. And the range that we're at now, there's no denying that we're going to have massive resistance all the way up to the $600 range. So once again, guys, I've got no idea what the heck this coin is doing. All that I know is that something is happening and we're going to be going up soon even more. But once again, we do the Elliot wave count. We go 1, 2. This is subwaves 1, 2, right? And there's going to be a 3, 4, and who knows where 5 is for now. We'll just say that. And we've got to simply say that this is doing in here a 1, a 2, there's a 3 somewhere, a 4 somewhere, and a 5 somewhere like that. Okay? That's the best way to take a look at this right now, in my personal opinion, where it's going to go 1, 2, 3. Who knows where 4 is, right? Who knows where 5 is, but that's finally going to complete the third wave. And then we will eventually see the fourth wave coming down somewhere, right? We want to break out of this resistance zone well above the 530 ranges. And then we can clear all the way up to, that'd be so nice if we can get up to like 575, because I would love to start going long on this instead of only missing the uptrend and then having to short it instead. So this makes sense, right? 1, 2, okay? 2, 1 is very, very tiny in my opinion, right? And then subdivides into 1, 2, okay? And then there's a 3, and then there's a 4, and then there's a 5 somewhere. We already have, we don't know where 3 is. It could be even a little bit higher. But the point is, guys, I'm starting to see signs of bearish reversal right now, bearish divergence on a short-term time frame on the 1 hour chart and under. We're starting to lose a lot of strength here. Did you guys see this right there? Tons of strength being lost right now. And of course, we're going to find some RSI support on the 1 hour chart if we just do something like that. Possibly 71 and up, but definitely above 70. Okay, I just wanted to give you guys some quick insight on my thoughts on Bitcoin Cash. I hope it has helped you in one way or another. And always remember, guys, that you should never give up in this market, okay? Every time you lose in this market, it is clearly just tuition for you to become a better trader. You are paying for your education, okay, guys? I didn't have anybody to help me when it came to friends to help me in this market when I lost, because they just thought that I was an addict, or they would have just thought that I was a gambling addict if I kept asking them for money. But fortunately, I had my parents to help me out, and they were very tremendously generous people that believed in my future. So I just want to keep encouraging you guys that it takes a very long time to get to where you want to eventually be. Not everybody will be a successful trader. You guys look to your left, you look to your right. One of those two guys trading right there that you know is going to be gone in a few months. And the only question is, how hard did they work relative to how hard you're going to work to get to where you want to be? So anyways, I hope that this Bitcoin Cash technical analysis has helped you guys out. I look forward to seeing you more in the future. And don't forget, guys, in less than 24 hours, as soon as Udemy approves my course number 2, it will be released to the general public. It's got tons of information on there, and I really hope it's going to propel you to the next level. Bye now. Take care.